the blood moon. Tonight is the blood moon. Ooh, are you ready? Evening all. Yes, it's blood moon. You're currently looking at a table, but I will soon transport you over to the studios of the Blood Moon group thingy. Here we go. Our reporter on the job here, Mystic Angel, with much equipment focusing, ready for capture of the, excuse me for a moment, Master Angel, to the blood moon.
That's got your ass in.
Oh. It's not very bloody, but it's there. Spooky with the clouds. Ooh. Anyway, the fandangled moon camera is in position. I'll go around the other side. A bit more light. As you can see, she's focusing in on the moon. What do you expect to see tonight, Professor?
I don't know.
Oh, clickety click. What happened there?
Pass me the other lens, please.
But I'm cameraman. I'm not a gopher.
Yes, you are.
Righto. Apparently I'm a gopher. This is the other lens. Is it the more zoomy zoom lens, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Just filming how you're doing it. Weapons loaded. Click. Now, we get to see it a bit closer, do we? What's happening there? Just coming in for a... Well, that's a bit more zoomier. Technical adjustments here, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand by. So, is that zoomed in, or is it? I don't know what she's doing. Just clicking buttons. This is Curly Head Cam.
Don't do my head.
Anyway, up there, just with my iPhone, it's not that clear, but that's the moon. Full moon, blood moon. We have a quick look down at the display after she focuses in. My camera's got to focus, focus. And I'm going to come into what she's looking at.
Yeah, well, I can't do it when you're doing that.
That's what you're saying, yeah? Can you get closer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I don't. Oh.
Not much is happening, but I suppose it's one small step for man, one giant leap for boykind. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the moon. It's incredible.
Can you move for a second?
What happened? It's a bit blurry on mine.
It's not going out of focus.
Yeah, so is mine. I don't know why. Try and get it to refocus.
I don't know how that
Refocus.
video's going to turn out.
Oops, a bit blurry. Don't know what I've done. There we go. I think we're good. So, is it as close as it gets, or?
Oh, I'm just doing this.
Can I just come and show them what you're looking at? man, bit in the middle of the moon, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. And have a quick look up. Lots of cloud. Unfortunately. Do you want to explain to people, because I know Awesome was interested in, when you put your crystals out. Just come back around this way. I don't know what I'm doing. Where's the turn around? That one? That one. Sort of got you in focus. And the camera. You just want to explain about the crystals and the moon and stuff.
It just cleanses the crystals. It cleanses the crystals.
People don't know. Don't know what that means.
Well, I'm just concentrating right now.
That's alright. No panic.
I got nothing to focus on.
Because it's gone behind the clouds.
Why are you putting it on me?
So you can explain about the full moon and the crystals.
Well, it cleanses the crystals of all impurities, of negative, when you've been using it for healing or have them sitting around your house. It cleanses them and clears all the negative energy out of them. Washing them can do the same thing.
When you use those crystals, then you're saying with some people it draws the negative energy out of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
And what about washing them?
Same
Crystals.
thing.
That helps as well?
Yeah.
So the natural elements do that?
Sorry, I'm just not concentrating. Yeah, water. Water helps. It's like anything. You go and wash yourself and bathe yourself. Water cleanses you. So you can do the same with your crystals.
So we know the moon does that, we know the water does that. I mean, this is the extreme. Does fire do that at all?
No, fire will just blow your crystals up.
Okay, it's just a question. I'm sure people would like to know. And what else would there be? Don't suppose wind has any effect on it? That
No.
cleanse?
No.
No? So it's
Well,
moon and water.
Not as far as what I've been taught. I mean, someone else might be able to tell a bit more information on that. I use crystals. I use my intuition to use them. I don't actually can tell you a lot of their properties or anything, where other people can.
Okay.
But I just use my intuition knowing, oh, I've got to use that crystal for that healing.
Well, that's a good question. Let's say someone is sad. What type of crystal would you use to help them?
Rose quartz or clear quartz.
So that's sort of specific for like sadness and depression and things like that?
Not specific to it.
What about if someone suffered a loss of some sort? What sort of crystals would you use?
Again, the amethyst. I use amethyst and rose and clear crystals for a lot. Like I said, names, I can't rattle names off because I can't remember them. So
I'm just asking.
I'm not that knowledgeable on that side of it. I just have intuition and know what to use.
So crystals are never used for harm though, are they?
No.
I'm just asking questions that people may have. I'm the audience.
I said interview.
I'm with you guys.
I don't know if anyone's been chatting because I
don't
haven't
know.
been watching.
I haven't seen anything. I've been doing the filming.
Sound's not very good at all.
Are you videoing that as well?
I did video it.
Okay.
I have to.
I could do meditation video if we get. I mean, it's going to be
Do gemstones work as well as crystals? Yes, some gemstones do. Again, I can't remember the lady's name. Is it Mike, somebody's wife?
Mike Loyal.
As far as names and that sort of thing, she knows a lot more than I do. I just sort of have crystals and I just know what one to pick and where to put it on people when I give them healing.
I do know years ago I saw on eBay people selling crystals for healing. Do you remember that? I thought that was wrong.
Oh, if there are I can't read the chat, and
I can't
but
see the
it's,
chat. So if you're talking and I'm not seeing it, I apologise.
you go into a shop to buy a crystal, you'll be drawn to one. You don't let the well, the shop person can tell you what they mean or the names of them, all that, but just go look at the crystals, go hold them. You'll know pretty quick which one's one's for you.
Where's the best place for people to do that? I mean, we know there are some like metaphysical shops.
Well, that's the best place to go.
No, what I meant was there's obviously people that go gem hunting and crystal finding. And
Oh yeah, that sort of thing.
so is there fairs or something like that?
Well, people usually that have them at fairs usually own a crystal shop. If you go hunting them down yourself, well, that's even better because you'll be drawn to...
What are you doing to that?
I'm changing the lens for now.
Okay.
Because I didn't bring the protective cover out for the other lens.
Now, you worked out where that cover goes in? On the end of the lens, or?
In here.
So it goes on the aperture?
On the...
in the hole?
Yeah, you've got to unscrew the things and put it in there.
So where would be, other than Googling, information about crystals and healing?
Again, go into a crystal shop or a spiritual person or people that advertise about crystals.
My question was meant to, is there like a
Will you
chart?
stop being so serious?
Oh, I'm doing an interview.
I know you are, but will you stop being so damn serious?
All right.
For God's
Well,
sake.
it's a serious question if people are seriously looking into
I
it.
only... No,
Let me finish my question first.
No.
Let me finish my question. What I'm saying is if I want to go fishing, I can go and buy a fishing chart in West Australia with all the species of fish on it. What I'm saying, is there a chart either online or...
there is online, and you go into a gem/crystal shop that will sell those charts, as well as, yes, you can go online and get a chart saying
what
amethyst
crystal. Does what?
Yeah, and what they're good for. And amethyst is an all-rounder. Amethyst is good for everything.
All right, I would suggest then people that are interested is to Google crystal chart for healing.
And ask Mike. I can't remember if it is Mike.
Mysterious Mike.
Yeah, we'll go back over there because...
I can't ask any questions over there.
We'll go sit over there because we're too close to the neighbours here.
Let him buy his own.
And I can't, without ending up in a hole in the backyard, I can't film anymore because the moon's moved.
Say that again.
I said, unless I end up in a hole back there...
Yeah, the last two words.
Because the moon's moved.
Say that fast.
You said moon's moved.
Moon's moved. Moon's moved.
Who's there anyway? Hello, everybody.
I don't know if anyone's there. I haven't been looking. Can you see the...
No, so it's all dark now.
Are you looking that way?
Yeah. And you won't be able to see out there, or maybe you will. If I move any further out to the yard there to try and fill the moon. Hello, so nice to see you on. Hey Jen. I'll go and get my phone so I can read the chat. Take the camera in.
Okay, so where are we? Hello. Oh, that's a bit brighter. We're out here tonight looking at the full moon, the blood moon. People talked about crystals. Savannah, my husband wants to go to Deacon Pit in North Carolina, but I thought it was an excuse to get me muddy. Or buried, maybe.
Don't be so...
Come with me, darling. We're going on a wonderful gem trek.
Yeah, watch, I'll put all this back in and it'll come back out again.
Yeah. I'll just see if you can see the moon.
It's also starting to spit a little bit, and I don't have a protective
No.
cover.
What we have is a lot of cloud. Actually, you can, if you look carefully, you can see the outline of the moon in the middle of that dark cloud. But that's not that exciting, really, is it? Right, bear with me for a minute. We're just waiting for the cloud to move a bit. Not much, can't really blow it away. But I saw it just before the cloud came in and it was big and blood red. Of course now it's gone up in the sky a bit tonight. Oh, sorry, your night tonight. So look out for it. If you haven't got cloud, it'll be great. But the wife's got her fancy dangle camera with different lenses, and I wanted some video to use for a meditation that I wanted to do a video on, so hopefully she'll get some good footage of that. But anyway, because I haven't seen any of your chat, I don't know who's who here, but hello to anyone that is here. What's been happening today? Anything exciting? It's I always do a temperature report. Not too bad tonight. That's what it is here at the moment. 76 degrees, which is nice. It's not cold, it's not hot. In fact, if I had to pick a temperature that I could have all the time, that'd be about it. Hello, Kiwi Steve. So the wife is doing a moon filming and photographing session.
I've stopped for a while because...
Too much cloud.
Well, plus I can't move anywhere to see. Yeah, cloud.
Yeah, no. Yes, Jenny, welcome to you. It is 8 AM where you are, and glad you're enjoying the evening. Beautiful days. The end of summer, well, in my state in Western Australia, are always about that temperature at night time. About 76 to 80 degrees. Some people think 80 degrees is hot. It's not hot for us. But we're ending. Soon we'll have cooler days and cooler nights. My wife's name is Mystic Angel. That's what she goes by on here. Her real name is Papadella Manorina Urkamana Sarina Big Butt. But we just call her Mystic Angels. Here she is.
Hi. I'm just...
Are you doing technical stuff? Did you want a cold drink? Or did you want a wine?
Oh no.
What answers that?
I don't want a wine. Don't feel like a wine.
Do you want a beer? Or a
There's no
cider?
beer. There's no
Yes.
cider. It's asking all this. There's no. There's not this. There's not that. You drank it
Have a
all.
look and see what is there.
There is no beer. There is no cider. Yes, so sorry about before. I was concentrating on the filming as Steve was sticking the camera in my face. Oh yeah, I have one of them. Yeah, I go with my intuition. I do use crystals, but I'm not that knowledgeable. Yeah, very cloudy. I was trying to do some filming and pictures with my new camera, but yeah, it's... I probably won't say anything. I think see. Oh, this car. See? Oh, the light's not good enough. You can't see anything, can you? Always when there's something exciting happening, we have cloud. Can you see that? Just see that cloud? It looks like a ghost actually with eyes. I don't know if you can see that. Oh my God, did you used to do that as kids? Look at clouds and make up pictures out of them? Anyway, somewhere there is this big beautiful moon and the cloud just won't move, so I can't get a good film. What about where yous are? Are you getting a good view of it? I'll just turn this back around, you'll be looking at a table. Oh, oh sorry.
All right.
I can never work out your... it on you for a while.
Film it if you like. We're going to have our scotch. You're not very technically minded when it comes to...
Hey, I am.
Really? Are you one?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a Canadian club, by the way. I didn't realise that Jack Daniels is not opened yet. We drink very slowly, don't we?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
2 a.m. here.
2 a.m. Not sure where that would be.
Here we speak.
Oh, he's in New Zealand, obviously.
So you got it.
So you had the camera around the wrong way.
I had while I was showing, I didn't. Yeah.
Welcome. There you go.
Oh man, that's strong. Ooh. That is strong.
I might get lucky tonight.
Ha. Yep, somewhere somebody will get a good video pictures.
A bit of break up in the cloud, but then there's another big bugger behind it, so nothing really happening yet. But you want to go on and explain a bit more about...
No, I can't explain any more about crystals because I'm not knowledgeable enough in them. That's why Awesome was going to have a hangout. I just know what to get because I get drawn to it, and I know what to use because I use my intuition when I give healing.
And healing doesn't work on everyone, though?
Yes, it does if you want it or accept it. You don't have to believe in it.
Well, that's sort of not accepting, though, isn't it?
Well,
You get someone who's sceptical.
people will only get what they need. It's for the good of all according to the free will of all. So if they don't want healing, it gets held in a bank. I don't know, it's very
So
hard
there's
to
a bank
explain.
of goodwill through the crystals that can be delivered to people
In
who
the
want it.
universe, and then when they ask for help, it will be given. These people are going to think I'm absolute nuts
Well, no.
of what I do and what I believe in.
It's like, well, a lot of people don't understand. So,
No, I know they don't understand.
it's like any belief system. There are all sorts of...
Yes,
Do crystal works on dogs? The
it
answer,
works on everything.
Professor Mystic Angel said yes.
So does healing.
My hair's getting really long and
If
ratty at the
anything,
back.
animals are more accepting because they're more opened.
I think there's a bit of reverse with that as well. I think animals give healing to people. Not sure what you people think, but I'm pretty sure on many occasions I've seen, because wife used to work in a nursing home, and you'd see, we take our dog in, for example, and other animals and cats, and you can see the change in their demeanour when they've got a puppy on their lap. Even when Mandy's mum was passing away, they had a group of people that went to the hospitals. And what were they? What were those dogs? Do you remember there was two of them?
They were mixed dogs.
It's like a
They bring
mixed,
all
furry,
sorts.
silky, sort of chihuahua looking thing.
They bring everything from bulldogs to chihuahuas to Dobermans to...
Yeah, but what I was saying was you could see people, and even your mum just loved having these dogs that just freely give, you know, lick the back of your hand or want to cuddle. And they certainly give us, as humans, something for sure.
Now, there's a crystal. How you going?
Yeah, but you're talking. If I'm just on the camera with my
You can
lips
still
closed
talk.
and you're talking...
Crystal say so. So does your name mean that you are knowledgeable in crystals, Crystal? Or is your name Crystal? Either way, it's a beautiful name. I like the name Crystal. I think we've got a bit of lag.
Have we?
You see elderly people's
Someone's
eyes
talking.
light up. Yeah, they do, elderly people. Oh, well, anyway, it is a nice name, Crystal. Yeah, there's one or two dogs here in WA that they've trained to sniff out cancer.
What?
So, yeah.
Is that the cancer that comes out and bites you?
No, you're thinking of Ricky Gervais show. No, honestly, they are training dogs to sniff out cancer. So you have a choice. You can let the dog have a walk around you, and on a certain command, or it does a certain thing to say, yes, possible, potential, this person has cancer.
All right, it's a joke I'm going to tell. Don't take it offence, anyone. Just thinking about this dog that can sniff out like cancer, probably sniffs out AIDS as well. You know,
No,
I mean, well, I'm just
specifically-
saying. I mean, imagine having your dog, and in the morning after you've had a friend over for the night, the dog looks at you, and you look at the dog and you say,
Here we go.
"What's wrong?" And the dog says, "I think you've got AIDS." And he'd say, "What do you mean?" He said, "Yeah, yeah, I reckon you got AIDS." So he slaps the dog and says, "Well, you could have told me last night when that bloke came in." Just a joke. It's
Oh.
just a joke.
That is so lame.
I thought it was funny.
Oh.
You're allowed to joke about things, even things that are serious.
Yeah, I know. Of course you can joke. I realise that. Our family's big on that. Sometimes we keep it within the family. Yeah, Crystal, animals help a lot, and yes, you can learn a lot. Simple things like an animal, well, like when it's hungry, an animal will only breed when it's got abundance of food, water, and etc. Hi, Sharon.
Hello, Sharon.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes nature can be cruel because certain animals will kick out an ill, one of their young, whatever you want to call them, and even kill them. They just have an instinct. They just know. I'm not saying that we do it or we should do it. I'm just saying what
What's that?
animals do. Like animals will kick out a sick bird out of the nest.
Yeah, they do that. But I mean, in many thousands of years ago, many babies were left at the base of a cliff because they had some small deformity.
Yeah, but that was back
and
in the...
that was it. I mean,
Yeah, that was back in what, 12th century?
Well, probably not that long ago, to be honest. If you can imagine a village being during the times of the witch hunts, for example, imagine one of your child being born with an extra finger. Can you imagine what the people of the village would say?
Oh yeah, back then,
Well, 16th,
people
17th
didn't
century.
accept things. But no, animals can teach a lot.
Tell you what, because we had a lovely dog for a long time. We lost it in 2010. But you could look at the dog when she was sensing something, and you could nearly sense what the dog was sensing. I'm sure people would understand what I'm saying. Like a dog will pick up the general noises of your property after a period of time and doesn't bark at them at all. Like there's an old guy down the back who rattles his teapot in the morning and your dog doesn't bark because it's used to it. But then about 3 o'clock in the morning, your dog will wake up and sort of... Sure enough, you'll poke your head out the front door and there's some kid trying to steal something from the front of your porch. So dogs have that awareness, and particularly the hearing, that we don't. Just my thought on it, because it's true. Dogs get used to neighbourhoods and the neighbourhood sounds, but when there's something different...
Yep, and birds will fly away. It's like where I used to live when we got cyclones, which I think Americans call hurricanes. The birds would just go. You wouldn't hear a bird. You knew you were going to have a bad cyclone or it was coming soon because there was not one bird in the area and you heard absolutely nothing. So yes, birds, always take warnings from birds when it comes to that sort of thing.
Cats, on the other hand, would watch a burglar go through the lounge. It may or may not lift its head
I
up
heard just say
out of
feed.
interest.
Are you here to feed me?
Yeah, and just roll back, curl on its back. I think, I don't care. Cats aren't very human friendly.
Because animals are very sensitive to vibrations, so they also pick up first about with earthquakes and all that sort of stuff too.
Well, getting onto the crystals, I'm going to get on a subject that I do know, and that is resonation. Okay, now I'm on camera.
I can't say it. What?
Cats point the way to the safe, as in, yeah, over here, take it.
Yeah.
The owners don't deserve it. Take as much as you like.
Yep.
But if people know what resonation is, that the planet resonates a vibration. It really does. So that means all the crystals and everything. It resonates at about 7 point something on a scale. Don't ask me what that scale is. But we, as just an object, we resonate exactly the same as the Earth. And so do the fish and the birds. And apparently there are slight variations depending how big you are, like i.e. whales and things. So we're in tune. You've often heard people say, are you in tune with the Earth? That's what they're talking about. A process where we work with the planet as it works with us. And there's no doubt we've not worked with the planet for several hundred years. We've just dug pits, taken what we like, polluted the air. Is global warming real? Probably. Is it man-made? I don't think we're helping. That would be the best argument to say. You know, after the Industrial Revolution and how bad things are now with plastics everywhere. So we're not helping. Whether we're the direct cause of global warming or not can be up to conjecture, because there are many historical records in trees and in rocks and geology that tells us the Earth has got hot and cold many, many times, i.e. glaciers and the ice ages, which that wasn't that long ago. You know, if you talk about how long ago was the last ice age, 10,000 years, approximately. Now, 10,000 years seems like a lot, but my period of life has gone pretty quick, and that's a portion of 10,000 years, so not that long ago, relatively speaking. So as a species, we've been fairly adaptable, let's be honest. You know, most of the species that were alive 10,000 years ago, I'm led to believe only about 5% of them still exist today. And we lose species all the time, and we gain some new species through adaptation. Evolution, if you like, because certain animals will evolve for their environment. We are the classic example as a species that evolved to our own climate. If you people in the Northern Hemisphere came here to Australia and I said it's 80 degrees tonight, you'd probably think, man, that is so hot. Well, some of you would anyway. But it's not. We're acclimatised. So in a short space of 50 odd years that I've been here in this country, I've acclimatised. I don't suffer too badly in the cold. My wife hates the cold. But so I've got a fairly broad spectrum adaptation. Yes, I wouldn't like being in really, really cold, minus 30, minus 40, but I wouldn't die. Well, unless I'm outside in my jocks, I could be in a bit of trouble. So we've got this adaptive process that we can adapt to certain areas. But many people come to Australia on holiday and they come at the wrong time of the year, like January, February and March, and they turn around within days and leave the country because it's just too hot for them. The obvious answer is don't come here during summer. How's the moon looking?
You can see it, sort of. It's still
Go
got
on.
a bit of cloud over it.
Take the camera over and give them a bit of a peep. Might have to turn the camera around to do that.
Oh yeah, otherwise you're just looking at me. Oh, there's my shadow.
All they see is sunshine.
There's my shadow. It's not a very good picture. See, I knew it'd come out again after I put all the camera gear away.
I can see it. Good on you. You're good at that, aren't you? You're just an expert in bashing my iPhone around.
Oh dear. Are you going off to work, are you?
All right, Savannah, have a good day. So it's there, but it's not.
Well, you just saw what I showed you.
Yeah, no, I can see it now myself. But it's got, because the cloud is clear, but it's got that real foggy look about it
No, because it's still
of the
got
low cloud.
Yeah, it's still got cloud over it.
Anyway, I'm sure Awesome will have that hangout shortly. There are several people that know a lot about crystals that
Yeah,
hopefully-
more knowledgeable than I am.
well, the secret of knowledge is just sharing it, isn't it? We all have little portions we can put into the bucket.
Very bright. Well, I can't see much blood in the moon though.
Oh, it would have been earlier, but not. You get that blood effect just as it comes up over the horizon.
Yeah, well, I didn't know it was on today, or I would have. Hi, Nicole.
Hello, Nicole.
Nicole, do you want me to show you an Aussie moon?
It's pretty similar to an English moon, actually.
There you go. The supposed blood moon.
It was earlier.
Yeah. So what are you cooking today, Nicole? Been watching your cooking videos.
She likes a bit of spice, I know that much.
Oh, Nicole does, yeah.
And I love it, but the missus won't eat spicy food.
Mining for gemstones. Yeah, it is. I've done that.
We'll do a trip out here during winter, places called Morawa, Carnama, all that area. They've got hills, lots of gemstones and crystals.
When you go for drives and you see those, I call them ridges, the rocky ridges, that's where you'll find some nice crystals. You have to read that, so your chat goes too quick. What did Nicole say?
Nicole said, lovely, it's nice and peaceful there. I'm not sure yet if something with minced beef, I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, yep, I like mince. Yeah.
I would have thought if it's Korean food, it'd be pork that you'd be using, Nicole. But you can use beef, of course.
So when you're going for a drive and you see those ridges, and they're very rocky ridges, good place to go look for crystals, especially your clear quartz, usually in those areas.
Well, that's what the area I'm talking about around Mora is. You've got those old riverbeds.
Yeah, and if you go
hard
along,
rocky outcrops.
yeah, she doesn't just make Korean food, and if you go along dried riverbeds or at the edge of a small river, you'll find what they call thunder eggs.
Yeah.
Now they usually come the size of an egg and the shape of an egg. That's why they're called thunder eggs.
Like a big emu
I'm
egg,
presuming
aren't
they're all over the world. We get them in Australia. Well, they're actually hard to find, so if you get one, you're pretty lucky. And if you split them open, they've got the most amazing crystals inside and patterns.
Normally a purpley
Hey,
dark
Ella.
crystal. Hey, Ella. But yeah, no, we'll go there during winter. We'll drive out and I'll show you down the riverbanks around Menanue, Carnama and Mora. It's like that hard, like gold country, you know what I mean? All that limestone and rocky and
Yeah, I've been
mixture.
to an amethyst mine.
And all the crystals
What
is only
did,
found down the bottom of the...
Somebody said
Oh,
something.
sorry, I was saying something, but it was irrelevant, obviously.
I'm
Just dismissing me,
shut
woman.
up. Read what the comment was. I'm listening to you. Oh, you're not reading to me.
I'm on strike now. Bugger it.
Oh, shut up. Geodes. Yeah, I know, Nicole. Friggin' men, huh?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. It's just, he's put his phone on me. I'm on the camera, but I have to use my phone to read the comments because the comments don't last long enough.
You're a woman, you better have both.
No, because then you whinge.
I don't win.
Will you stop arguing with me in front of these people?
I'm not arguing, I'm replying. Anyway, what I was saying is at the cliff faces of these, I remember years ago going there, with all types of gemstones and crystals, and they're all washed up because the river rises and falls during floods and scrapes out against the bank. So I'll take you there. You've never been there, I'll take you there.
Yeah, Whoopi's asked, Mr. said, yeah, I know. Yeah, but if you, I'm sure you used to go to rivers for picnics, whatever. But actually, I'll be interested, I have to Google that to see if you can get them all over the world. They're usually a grey, bluey colour, these thunder eggs.
I used to go to a river when I was a kid. I used to live, Nicole, in West Drayton, which today is not that far from Heathrow Airport. And we used to walk about 4 or 5 miles to a river called Little Britain. That was the name of the river. And there was all sorts of stones and rocks then. Of course, as a kid, I wasn't interested at all. But shallow areas, deep areas, rocky areas, and fish, of course. But I remember that. It's called Little Britain, near West Drayton.
Near West Drayton. Hey, Vinny. Hey, Vinny. How's the moon at your place? You just woke up. Vinny, it's
just about...
oh, it's 9:30 here. 10:30, 11:30. I have to use my fingers to count. It's 12:30 where Vinny
The
is.
moon should be high in the sky where Vinny is.
What do you mean you just woke up, Vinny? It's the middle of the night for you. Go look at the moon while you're up. Tell me what it's like your end. We've got nothing but cloud cover here.
Yeah, it's about 80 degrees, but it's not hot. It's not cold.
Yeah, go have a quick look, Vinny. It's a shame actually we couldn't get you on here, so then you could show us.
Mel's not there, is she?
No, Vinny's going to go walk in the paddock and have a look.
Right. Watch out,
Watch out for the...
No, mate, just watch out for the min lights, all right?
And the cow poo.
We haven't told our friends in the Northern Hemisphere about the min lights, have we?
No. Well,
Or
you can
the-
tell the story.
Or the Kadaitcha men.
Oh yeah, we've had bad mozzies lately too, actually.
We don't get many, though.
Oh, if you get a good photo, Vinny, take some good footage. Because I haven't had much luck. I don't know what I'm yelling for. It's not going to help, is it? I'm yelling into the phone as if he's already walked away.
I'm going to get a packet of that lamb, because a couple of them did ask me the other day.
Oh, really, Kiwi? So that's interesting. I didn't know that.
I know a few of you were asking the other day. I forget who was asking. I know Mel is interested. But this is Australian lamb. But if you look at the price, it's only, what is it, $6 a kilo. Because these are offcuts, odd shapes from the normal.
That's...
All right, so this is about 3/4 of a kilo, or close to that. And normal price for lamb is $45 a kilo. So I'm cunning. I look for these that the butcher puts at the back of the rack, and they're just odd cut sizes. Do you see what I mean? Bit thicker, bit thinner. So that is a ton of food for just me and the missus. There is about 6 chops in there. And if you bought 6 chops at the real price, you'd probably pay $25 to $30.
Nicole says they get cheap stuff like that called wonky.
Well,
Now called wonky veg.
But that's a lamb chop for those people that wanted to know what the hell a lamb chop is. But you know what I mean, Nicole, this is a bargain. I'm pretty sure if you buy lamb, it won't be at $6 a kilo. But I got 2 packs of these, and that'll give us a big feed each. Thought I'd just show you that because people were asking the other day. I'll put that back in the fridge.
Ella's grandma used to say mosquitoes only bite sorry people. Well, I've never heard that. I've never heard that. All right, Vinny, what's your verdict? What'd you see, Vinny? Vinny's back.
You get any photos of the moon?
It's more a hunter's moon. Well, you're supposed to be blood moon tonight or something. Standard full white, yeah. With mist around. Yeah, exactly. I did get 1 or 2 clear pictures of when some of that cleared, but it's supposed to be blood moon or something. Cheers, Vinny. Everyone. Leg of lamb's usually 14 to 18 bucks. Nicole said.
Yeah, that's a leg of lamb's cheaper than chops though, Nicole. These lamb loin chops, the odd ones, and if you bought the real fancy cut, real fancy, you know, off the bone, it would be at least $45 a kilo.
Oh, so you're going to do Vinny's going to go out and chase some kangaroos in an hour. Are you going to do a live stream on that, Vinny? Or are you going to film it and then put the video up? So he's pulling the same with the drink pour. That's Nicole, so you pour the drinks. I will do a steering wheel address from the bush. I could be in bed by then, Vinny, in an hour. Yep, that'll be cool. Do a video as well though, so you can put it up. Because you take your live streams down and I'll miss some of them. So you've got a spotlight, Vinny? Hey, chick.
Pretty sure they wouldn't believe how many roos we've got, Vinny. Around this area, they're thick as flies.
Yeah,
The same in your area.
Trying to watch the super moon, but I think we missed the best part. We're too late.
You never go hungry for food in Australia. Kangaroo meat is okay, trust me, it's all right. And we've got millions of them. There you go, 4 lamb chops over here, 16. Well, that equates to double for us, so that's 17. It's about 34, about right. G'day, chick. Like I say, those off-cut, they're the odd shape, Nicole, you know, they're a bit thick. What it is they come to the end of the rib and they go, that's a bit thick. They put it in a pile. At the end of a couple of hour session, they just package up those ones, and I find them. Because you know what? They taste just the same as the really expensive ones.
Yeah, I know live stream's fun. So what you can do, Vinny, is a live stream and leave that up and then start another one for your chat. Your kangaroos are like our deer. Nowhere near that, Ella. Our kangaroos do not look like a deer.
Well, the face does a bit. You've got to admit, a little bit.
Nicole says they call them wonky bits there.
Do you get them at a cheaper price, Nicole?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah, no, I know the butcher, and I know what he does. Because what butchers do, they got friends. So they'll stack up all the bones, which is usually shin cut up, and it's got a bit of lamb meat on it, just all bones. And at the back, underneath all of that, always are these odd-shaped chops. But I know where he puts them. So whoever he's been saving for them, I find them first.
Oh, okay, so Ella could be referring that they breed like, well, how many kangaroos we got in Australia? 60 million.
There's a minimum of 65 million.
60 million.
And we cull at least 10 million a year.
Yeah.
A lot of the meat gets exported. It's sold in fancy restaurants all around the world. I don't mind kangaroo meat at all.
Yeah, 3 supermoons in the first 3 months, yeah. Well, I got to miss most of it because we've just got cloud cover here. Oh, could be interesting. You chasing these roos with this moon, Vinny.
You won't even need his headlights on.
Hey, if you've got no cloud, it'll be brilliant.
Oh, the moon should be right above him now.
Yeah, they have to be cold because they just get in everywhere, Nicole. Kangaroos are rare, Vinny. What? Go back to bed.
Yeah, right. If we didn't do it, Nicole, a lot of them eat in the same area and there'd be less food for all of them, and you'd have more than 10 million die from starvation. That's the only reason that they're cold.
Yeah, Kiwis, there's 60 million roos and you call us sheep shaggers.
Steve, we got a shitload of sheep as well, mate. I just showed you a cut-up version. But lamb is not cheap in New Zealand either, believe me.
Yeah, Vinny, a lot of people have culled them with trucks. Vinny said he culled 6 with a Kenworth. The roo meat is sold for human consumption here as well as pet food. Like, if they get it fresh roadkill, that sounds terrible.
I will do, I mean,
That's
supermarkets not keen on you filming, but I will just take the camera out and show you a small selection of what they sell. They sell all types, from steaks to kebabs to fillets. So I'll do a quick video, 10 seconds before I get arrested in a supermarket. But it's in all our supermarkets. They make really good kebabs. I like to macerate them in all types of sauces, soy, teriyaki, maybe a little bit of Thai powder, you know, like a spice.
Yeah, Vinny says, have you seen in Safeways the electronic protection tags on the lamb cutlets? Actually,
It's on all foods.
it's on a lot of it here too, Vinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the price, yeah.
I picked up a nice fillet steak. It was normally $15 down to 6 something. And that's got a little sign on it. So if you try and walk out of an Australian shop with one of these packages of meat, it'll set off an alarm. That's what Vinny's saying.
So did you see, Vinny mightn't have seen your lamb chops when you showed them. Seeds looks for the offcuts of lamb chops because your lamb is very expensive here. Or kangaroo meat, emu meat, they're not cheap here. Well, do you want to know what McDonald's meat is? I can't even remember the last time I had McDonald's meat. I let the door slam for me. Don't argue with me.
You see what I've got to put up with?
Ah, just do as you're told and it'll be all good.
All right, Benny. Now, you may not have a Coles near you, but I've shown the people before. They're obviously lamb chops, but the price is $6 a kilo because they're the odd shaped ones. You know what I mean? Bit fatter, bit thinner in some places. It's the off-cut of a loin, and they just pile them up and throw it in there. It's about 3/4 of a kilo there for $3.60.
But I'll only eat them on the barbecue or grilled to death.
Yeah, they're nice. But I'll show you what Vinny was talking about. Also picked up a nice Angus beef fillet steak. But you see that little, I don't know if you guys can read that little bar on the top, that round circle. That will make an incredible noise if you try and sneak it out. So that's what it is. I bet you like that one, Vinny. What's the weight of this bugger? Oh, it's about 300 grams.
And it's all for seeds because I don't eat that.
So you can see that's half price, 50% off.
You have to use that tomorrow.
But you get these in Woolies and Coles, but mainly Coles, Vinny. You got to look where the sheep bones are, and the buggers always hide them down the back for their mates to pick up. You know what I mean? But there's about 6 big chops in there for $3.60. What a bargain!
I've got to say, Aldi is good. I don't like Aldi's bread. I've tried to use it a few times and I found it went mouldy very quick. I love their... Well, you've got Aldi, so go into Aldi and get the... I don't know if you like nuts. It's called the Cowboy Mix. Oh, that is a yum mix. Yeah, the veggies are good. The fruit's good, but I'm not keen on Aldi bread. We get a fair few things. Coles, sometimes even IGA has some good stuff.
You just got to know where to look.
All right. Oh, actually, I was in Aldi's the other day and I saw them, but I didn't grab a packet of Belgian waffles, Vinny's saying.
Oh yeah, they sell them in packs of 3 or 4, I think.
I'll have to grab one next time.
We get the round Belgian waffles.
Our veggie, and so Vinny's in I forgot what state you're in, Vinny.
Victoria.
Victoria, that's it. I've only had one drink. We're in WA, and then I've been to Sydney Aldi's. Sydney Aldi, their meat isn't that good.
No, they're good.
But their other stuff's alright. Here, every time I buy bread from Aldi, it's mouldy within a day or two, so I don't buy their bread. But everything else is good. But their nut mix called Cowboy Mix, that's yum. But I will try the Belgian waffles next time I go. I'll get a pack. Yeah, look, I know bread the bread that lasts a week is full of crap and preservatives. I realise that. What is the bread? Actually, what is with the bread? Yeah, I don't know. I like Coles do it's called traditional loaf or something like that it's called. It's not actually their cheap bread, but it's not their expensive bread. And it's quite nice. I get 2-3 days out of that, and I'm happy with that because it says it's no crap, preservatives and all that stuff. Oh yeah, grain bread, I know. I just like wholemeal.
Yeah,
I just like my
grain bread.
wholemeal.
Coles does a good Vienna grain bread, and they have a pumpkin seed mix in it as well and all that. They're about $4 or $5 for a loaf, but they are nice.
Yeah, chick, I know, yeah. Well, we've had a lot of hot weather here lately, and I suppose my kitchen's pretty warm. I should have put it in the fridge, but I didn't. But I like my wholemeal bread. I like a lot of bread. Oh, you weren't here yesterday, Vinny, when I showed. Do you know pumpernickel bread, Vinny?
It's German,
I haven't done the video yet.
German rye bread.
We'll do it tomorrow. Balls, black bread. Oh, you're a baker, Kiwi? Yeah. Oh, well, I've bought some pumpernickel because it's only thin, small, but lather on the unsalted butter, thick slices of cheese or jam. Yum. Yeah, I used to have to buy bread bulk for when I lived up in the mining town up north of here. We used to get our milk and our meat came in. The meat came in frozen once a week, and we got fresh milk once a week. So of course that went very quickly and was never enough. So I used to go shopping 2 hours one way. Oh well, that won't be any good now. Get a fresh one. And it used to be 2 hours one way to go shopping, and I would buy 80 to 100 litres of long life milk. Because of where we lived and we didn't get fresh milk a lot, for 20 odd years I had to live on long life milk. I don't know if you know what that is. Comes in cartons.
UHT.
Yeah, like a UHT milk. Oh, he's having coffee. And you get used to it. That's what I had to buy and how I had to shop.
It's not that common in the US or Canada, but I did find outlets for a few people years ago where
Hi,
they
Roo.
could get UHT.
Hey, Roo.
G'day, Roo.
But yeah, I used to buy 80 to 100 litres, and that would last me. I'd go shopping every 6 weeks when I had to drive to the town, 2.5 hours away. Just flipped another truck.
Little Kenworth, what was it, mate? It's always good money making flipping stuff. Sometimes you don't make a lot, sometimes you make a killing.
Just have a quick look at what the moon's doing.
Take the camera with you.
No, because it's up in the shark now.
Nothing available?
Change.
Okay. We were very fortunate for many, many years. We used to get milk straight out of the cow in an old urn, some German friends of us. And it was just unbelievable. I mean, you're talking, what do you reckon, about 5 litre urn, wasn't it? It was fairly big.
Yeah.
And we'd have, no kidding, it was probably the mouth, it was about 8 inches wide. And you'd have 4 inches of cream.
I've got the camera on me. He's over there with my phone. And he's doing this as if you could see it. And it's this big.
Yeah, that big. Right, about that big.
And you have to read the last message. I missed it.
So how to find fresh milk due to laws? I can't get it. About an hour away. A few farms kind of far, yeah. Oh, I can't stand milk powder, Kiwi. I had it as a kid. You know when you have your cornflakes and all that, you mix the milk powder up and it's still lumpy as crap. I used to hate that. A Kenworth, yeah, I thought it'd be a Kenworth. 105, 30 days left on the Rego. So for 125. Yeah, that's the way to go, mate. Because you never owned it, Vinny. That's the clever way to do it. You buy a vehicle on spec, you hold, you say I want 30 days, and most people are happy to do that. And then you sell it, and all you do is transfer the paper from the old owner to the new owner, and your name doesn't exist on it, Vinny. That's being smart.
Now you're talking to my phone.
I'm talking to that phone. Bloody women, I tell you.
Oh dear.
See you later, Nicole.
See you, Nicole. I know, just be right back. Got a nip to the
It's
store.
good to have it's good to have a farm locally. I would always encourage you. I'm sure you've thought of it, but I used to do the same. I'd go out bush, and I'd work. In other words, I'd work clearing up dag ends at wool. You know, when people are shearing. If you don't know what fleeces and dag ends, I'm going to lose you. But I used to bag up all the dag ends, clean the sheep shit up, and muster the shorn sheep back out into a holding pen. So I'd do that for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then I would have free meat all year. It was just a deal done with a shake of a hand, and it would just be say, yep, every month come out, we'll give you half a sheep, or you know, a bit of pit pork as well. So you can trade your labour for goods, because the farmer's happy. The sheep costs him nothing really. It grows itself on grain and grass, and you know, it costs him a little bit. But for me to work 3 weeks, he would have to pay $1,000 a week. So he would say, look, I'll give you all year. You just come and get what you want. You want a couple of chickens, and you want a, you know, 40 pound of beef, pork. Just come out when you get low on meat. He'd would just top you up. So it's bartering, and I did that for ages. I mean, you talk about how much money I would have saved there. Yes, I worked 3 weeks for nothing, so it's not as if I got it for free, if you like. But I didn't have to pay any income tax. I just got my goods in exchange for labour. And if you can do that, even with your neighbours, look, I mean, sometimes your neighbours have chickens or pigs. And my grandmother in particular used to have a pig arrangement. 8 people would feed a pig. Someone would have the pig in their yard. People would come around with all the scraps from the house, and leftover bread, you name it, you know what I mean. And at the end of the divvy, in other words, when they killed and cut up the pig, everyone got a share. And that was quite common. And some people didn't have room to grow vegetables, but they would get an allotment. You could go down the road about half a mile and there'd be a piece of land. The council would say, yep, you can have 400 square feet of that. That's yours. You can grow everything you like. And no one ever used to steal any veggies off each other. They were proud about what they were doing. But we don't have that culture where people just prefer to consume. And I don't produce as much as I used to, for sure, but I still like to do it. Again, I'm missing after chat, so I'm not sure what Chick said. You can have a couple of chickens in a very small area. You can sort of keep them in a rabbit hutch, but I don't like that. I like them to have a run around during the day. My dad grows a garden each summer, and it feeds. Yeah, my granddad said to me, one man, after you establish the garden, one man working 1 hour a day in a garden can feed 20 people. And he was right. It takes a bit of work to get the soil up to condition and everything you need, and compost and all that. But when you've got a garden going, it's just a bit of the work here and a bit of work there every day, about an hour. And he used to feed 20 people. You know, you can grow an enormous amount of food in, well, 1/8 of an acre, which is massive, trust me. But we don't have that. We don't have that community anymore. You know, I've always given away, because I mean, I know how much I'm going to produce. It's going to be a heap of tomatoes and chilies, and I tend these days to make up sauces, chili sauces, tomato sauces, pickle, cucumbers and all those sort of things, and different other pickles. And then I give that end product to somebody. Because if you gave people something like fresh food, they may not eat it all, do you know what I mean? Yep, I'm with you, Kiwi. It was very normal. I mean, to kill and cut up a sheep, I could, seriously, Kiwi, you probably do the same. I could probably do it blindfolded. Get in there, get the gut out, fold it out, make sure you don't split it, let it cool down for an hour, hacksaw down the middle. It's just easy. When you've done, I've done quite a lot of sheep, but if you've done 1 or 2 sheep, you can do it all the time. And there's not much difference between cutting up a sheep, a pig, or a beef. There is a big weight difference, trust me. A sheep is very easy. You won't be throwing half a side of beef over your shoulder. And we always used to cool our meat, kiwi. I mean, we wouldn't cut up, other than halve them, we wouldn't cut them up for 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, then you go back, and then you cut your meat up, so it's had plenty of time to cure, dry, and it's a huge difference. A lot of the meat you see in supermarkets is just red, coloured, pinky meat. That's not how I used to eat my meat. I used to, and Kiwi would know what I'm talking about. You'd cure a lot of your food in an air-dried cooler and basically have top quality meat, a lot more tender when you age. You heard of aged beef, but you can age mutton, lamb, cow, anything. Pork's probably the only one that you don't have to, Kiwi. You'd agree with that one? Don't really need to cure pork at all, unless you're going to make hams or, you know, bacon. Other than that, you just cut it up and eat it. I'll put you back to studio one.
The Echo Sunflower.
Is there an Echo?
No. Person just came in called Echo.
Oh, hello, Echo. No, keep an eye out. I didn't see Echo. I don't get to see all the writing on my phone.
Oh, it's clovers, not sunflower, sorry. Echo sun clover. Mum preserved fruit. This is kiwi. Jams, sauces. Yeah, my mum used to do all that. Yeah, my mum made all our clothes. Actually, one time I remember filling what the Van Trapp family out of what is it? Sound of Music.
The hills are alive with
With
the sound of
music.
barbecues.
My mum actually made us pajamas, clothes out of curtains. Oh God, I remember that. And then when that movie came out,
She's only had 1 drink.
I'm tired. Oh, prosciutto, yeah, yum.
Yep, that's nice.
Chick says fresh farm meat is available. Pig, full chicken and beef, but it's costly.
Yeah, I'd try and work out, if you live close to a farm, I'd certainly try and work out a bit of my labour in exchange for goods. There's always work to be done on a farm. A bit of refencing, baling hay, feeding certain parts of the paddocks with different types of animals. There's always work to be done. And a farmer would be more than happy if you're willing to put a bit of labour up. Even if you took the whole family out, you know, like when they're hay baling. And they did a day's work, it'd probably give you equivalent to about a month's meat without even batting an eyelid.
You've got a big family, Chick. No, fresh food, can't beat it.
Things like, I like red Desiree potatoes, and I like them at the baby stage. When you're growing yourself, you take them out of the garden, gently wash them off, gently boil them. The taste of fresh potatoes
With salt.
is hard to describe to you
Butter.
compared to the ones you buy in a supermarket. There is no comparison.
With salt, butter. Oh, the farm. Oh. Geez, it's got humid here now again. Always this time of night.
Still 77 degrees. That means we might get a bit of extra cloud cover. That's what that's doing. It's
We're in
just
Australia. What's this? What's
but
this Celsius?
most of these people are overseas.
Yeah.
I'm used to Fahrenheit. I grew up with Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I did too, but I know Celsius now. Yeah, just fresh potatoes. Yeah. Oh, potatoes. Fried potatoes, boiled potatoes, mashed potatoes, chips. Oh, potatoes. Yum.
Do you know, if all you had was potatoes and fresh milk,
And bread.
no, just those two, they provide all the minerals and nutrients your body needs. Just potatoes and fresh milk.
I thought that was potato.
I get a bit of a boring diet after a while, but you will survive very comfortably on that.
I'll see. I'm not that keen on wild boar. Is that what you're talking about? You say wild pork, you mean wild boar?
Wild pig's good. Nothing wrong with it.
Oh, yeah, because Mum and Dad twice a year used to get a little pig, and they used to cook them. Yeah, wild.
Let's go bullshitting. I mean, they're no different than a domestic pig. Probably
over to Studio 2.
Wild pig or boar, if you want to call it, it's just a bit stronger meat, a bit more depth in the flavour, but it's still good. Trust me.
The wild is pretty strong.
No, not really. It depends. I can tell you one of the secrets about wild animals. If they're not eating like domestic human crops, if they're not eating wheat fields, oat, barley, if they're not eating that stuff, they're going to be okay. But when they eat all that man-made produced grain, their meat's not that good. Kangaroo meat's the classic example. You go out bush and catch a kangaroo in the bush, where it's just living off the tundra. The meat is excellent compared to the kangaroos that go through your wheat paddocks, oat, barley,
well, Nicole,
all that.
You'll have to come to Australia to find out what a hungy is. Nicole asked, what is a hungy?
Well, she can go to New Zealand to get the original, but
Ask Kiwi.
A hungy is just a magnificent. It's a day outing, Nicole. It's not just a meal.
Nicole, it's yum.
And it's one of them sort of little bit sexist things, Nicole. The women get pushed over to one side. The men do the hungy, by the way. Kiwi knows what I'm talking about. And there's the ones I've been to traditionally, it's yams and potatoes and pumpkin, you name it, all the veggies you can imagine. And it's magnificent, Tucker. I mean, they eat when they have a hungy, it's not meant just for one day. It's usually a 3-day event with a little bit of alcohol to help. Because I think the average cook time would be, Kiwi can correct me, about 10 to 12 hours is the minimum, Kiwi, that I remember going to hangies. And the New Zealand people are funny buggers, they really are. They are, first of all, funny as hell. They look at life with a laughter. The Aussies are not much different, but the New Zealanders in particular can laugh at anything. Got to go to New Zealand. I've been to New Zealand and I loved it. It was beautiful. I'd like to have a little bush cottage somewhere along one of the rivers in New Zealand. Yeah, put food in ground, drink, get food up, eat, then drink more. But there's 12 hours of drinking between the time you put it in and the time you pull it out. So everything tastes good at 6:30, 7:30 at night because you've had a few and, oh, that's good. But the best feed I've ever had at a hangi is the next day when they rehash up whatever's left over, and it's just magnificent. It's like most foods, I'll be honest with you. Most foods you cook, not all foods, but most foods that you cook slowly and you do a process with them, they taste good the day you eat them, but they taste better the day after. Curries are the best example I could give you.
Yeah, I could have come and cleaned your house, Ella.
Did you hear that noise?
Yeah, that's every night.
But
Ella.
wait a minute. Ooh la, War of the Worlds. Hear that? That's London Bridge going down, Nicole.
Ella said she had to make a phone call to get a house cleaned. I could come and clean it for you, Ella.
You have a house cleaner, Ella. Ella sounds like one of them southern names that the driver would say, "Where are we going today, Miss Ella?"
Oh, so 2 of your exes live in Australia, in Sydney.
Who's this?
Nicole. Jeez,
What?
We were in Sydney last year.
Nicole, do they get deported?
We could have kind of visited them for you.
You wouldn't leave, Nicole, if you come here, trust me. You would be staggered about how modern the country is where you want it to be. And then the beauty of the country would hold you. I'll put you back to the boss.
All right, I'll bring me mop and bucket. A luau. Ah, it's a hangy like a luau.
Luau is Hawaiian.
Yeah.
That's what goes around your neck.
That's where. No, that's the food.
What?
A luau. You call it. You go out to eat. A luau. It's a lei that goes around your neck.
A luau here is where you go at the back to the dunny. That's a luau.
That's a. That's a lei that they put around your neck, and a luau is you go out and eat.
Right.
Well,
I'll have chips for me luau if I can.
Yeah, above ground. I was getting to that, Kiwi, but seeds interrupted me. How dare Hi 180? How dare we have normal civilized streams? It hasn't quite been normal, but it's been civilized.
I think what this format was meant for is just a bit of interaction. Like I say, we will have hangouts and get some of you guys to come up. Rue would come up without much doubt. I'm sure Nicole would come up.
I mean, you missed the exciting bit, 180.
What?
Full moon. I was showing the moon. I'll just go check what it's doing.
Take the camera with you.
I've got to see if it's out first. Oh, they moved to be with their partners. That was Nicole's ex's. Oh, okay.
Sydney's very popular, but it's very overcrowded.
We could have gone and visited them for you if you wanted, but we're not there now.
Australia is one of these places, Nicole. Like if I went within cooee of Vinny's place, this was about 5 miles away from his house, I'd just ask around, and I guarantee you, I either go to a pub or a bowling club or some workplace, and they say, "Oh yeah, I know Vinny. Yeah, he lives down this road there." Everyone in Australia knows everyone just about, to be honest. It hasn't changed much.
Kerry says you're supposed to have people ranting like most channels. Nah, we just rant at each other.
Well, actually, I'm just on the receiving end of most rants.
Oh dear.
Just proves you can have a normal conversation. Like I say, we'll get some good people up. Nicole loves food. Rue loves life. You know what I mean? There's lots of people that can come up and we can have a good talk without ever complaining about anyone else.
I don't know what do you mean by worm moon, chick? You don't know why they call it the worm moon. Sorry, I have to hold the phone up so I can read the chat.
A worm moon.
Worm.
Is it like a worm hole? Or?
They've called it the blood moon here. Am I missing something?
I don't know. Never heard of a worm moon.
Morning, Danny.
Hello, Danny G.
I'm just waiting to see what Chick says because I don't know what a worm moon is.
Do they know what a pie cost is?
What a what? I don't even know what that is.
Do you guys know what a pie cost?
Oh, God.
If Vinny's here, he'll know what a pie cost.
He's having a blend of yours.
Pie cost about $3 here.
Oh, that's what the super moon this month is called. Well, I didn't know that. Okay. I didn't realise that it had a different name every time it did this, whatever it's doing. Well, I know we've got a lot of cloud and it's caused it to be a bit humid again.
Beautiful night.
Oh, okay, so in December it's called the stag moon, see? I didn't know all that. Ah, okay. So obviously there's meanings behind these names.
Don't know. Each area of the planet has their own colloquial way of saying
Right,
things.
Go in a second, put my phone on the
What is
charger.
the time?
10. It's 10 p.m.
Yep, we'll probably knock it on the head. Someone else will fire up, I should know. Vinny's going
Well,
kangaroo hunting.
actually, Vinny, I don't know if you're still there or if you're out of the shower yet. Yes, not for discussing. then he was going to have a shower, and then apparently he was going to go out, do a live stream while he's chasing roos. So that could be an interesting live stream.
There'll be plenty of roos.
Let's hope he gets dressed before he does that.
Yes, a Victorian man, naked, caught in the bush this morning, has spent the
Chasing
night in jail.
kangaroos, yeah.
He kept explaining, I only did it for YouTube.
I'm a YouTube celebrity.
But you know,
Chasing kangaroos
so
around
you may be a celebrity,
paddock.
but you're a naked celebrity at 3 o'clock in the morning in Melbourne. You're under arrest.
Oh, Rue says this month it's called Thank God Winter is Finally Over Moon.
Yeah, summer's over here too. Even though it's 80 degrees tonight,
Yeah.
it'll be cool shortly. It'll be shivering in the 60s.
Tony says, yeah, we don't need a full vintage moon. He probably would do it too. And Nicole says, winter's never over in the UK. It's either wet, wet, or wet. Well, hopefully it's not wet when we're there.
No. Got a bit of a different day tomorrow. I mean, I haven't shown you, but we've got some big yuccas out the front. They're like a palm thing. Very deciduous, very easy to keep. They need very little water, but they're huge. And there's also a beautiful camellia, monster. And they're beautiful yellow and white flowers during winter. They flower. Magnificent. Unfortunately, all of these are going to be underneath a big patio we're building, a big porch. So they've got to go. So tomorrow, that's our day in a nutshell tomorrow.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Do the leg thing.
Oh, it's Ella.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're going to do just a video on the leg thing for her.
Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. La da 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 da. Knees up, Mother Brown. Oi! That's just for you, Ella. I did that by mistake one day, and Ella picked it up. She said, "Are they your knees?"
Do it again.
They look like my knees, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, my knees are killing me.
Actually, you've got 3 knees. I just saw 3. Get the other one out the way.
Dum, 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 dum.
That's not funny. It looks like he's a midget with these long
Dum, dum, dum,
legs.
dum, 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 dum. When the night has come and the moon is the only thing we can see. That's enough for you, Ella. You get too excited with my finger knees.
So you have those exciting knees, and then it goes back to me. He's going to do a video just for you, Ella.
It'd be one of those stupid videos that'd go viral, you know, like a stupid
Yeah, probably would.
finger knee thing. You can make top quality content on YouTube and hardly anyone watches it. You make something stupid and millions of people watch it.
Well, yeah, I hope it's nice weather too, Nicole, when we're your way. I absolutely love Snapchat. So you're going to cop a video from me of all the Snapchats I've done. I love Snapchat.
We, Nicole, a pub's got usually a fire, so we won't be cold.
Yeah, 180's not sure what quality content is anymore. Well, quality content. Shall we give you the definition of quality content? I don't know, to be honest. What is quality content exactly?
Do you know what quality content is? Something that you have a laugh at, you enjoy it, and you probably come back. There's so much bullshit about quality content all the time. I don't see very much quality content. And just speaking to each other, having a yak and a bit of a yarn, as we call it here, that's good fun. Like I say, probably a couple of months when we get some of the construction started, have an office and a big... We're actually sitting in what will be a big dining area here, so... We'll have hangouts and invite people on. not the buffheads, just the people that want to have a good time.
Nicole said when I said you've got a third, she said that wasn't the knee showing. She was being rude. All right, hang on, Nicole. I've got to time you out for 300 seconds. Are you on Snapchat, Jenny dear? Same name. All right, I'll add you. I love Snapchat. Oh, man, the things we do. You use Snapchat.
No, I've got a clue how to add people and that sort of thing. I just, not technology.
No, it's fine. I'll just worry about the adding. You just, yeah, just do your knee thing.
Righto.
Talking about 180 can giggle, just talking about farts. Oh, well, hey, everybody does it. If anyone says they don't fart, they're lying.
That's true.
I mean, you know, but if they lay in bed and do it and then put your head under the covers or fluff the covers, that's just not on.
Have you ever been in like distinguished company or people you don't really know and you're dying to let one rip? You know you got one in it, you got a doozy. And you sort of squeeze your cheeks together and you sort of lean to one side of your cheek and the other, and then you say, oh, I'm just going to the toilet, and you walk with your butt cheeks all squeezed in all the way to the toilet, and you get in the toilet and you go, I don't do that. If I've got a fart, I'm going to fart.
Oh, God. See, is this quality content 180 talking about farts? Yeah, full of hot air. It's better to... Can I say it? I don't know.
Yeah,
it's better to fart and smell a little than bust your ass and be a cripple.
True.
Yeah, I giggle at myself too, Danny. Yep. Or when you cough and fart at the same time, or sneeze, cough and fart. Oh my God, it's not a good combination.
No control. If you're going to sneeze and fart at the same time, there is no control. It's like all valves are open. It's like, what the hell's going to happen?
Yes, it's like when you share your first fart together, when you've been in your relationship. Oh, you're accepted.
You let a river go in your sleep last night?
Did I?
Oh, it was a beauty. You went cough, cough, cough.
I don't hide the fact. If you've got a fart, you've got a fart.
Yeah.
The best ones are when the bubbles right up, you're cracking, it tickles a bit. I'm like, oh my God.
You just had to be there to appreciate the fact, I guess.
Yeah, breaking the barrier when you fart, that's true, yeah. That, and you know someone loves you if they have to bust a boil for you on a not a very good part of your body. Or...
I've done that.
Oh, God. What a conversation. Yes, but you've always got to watch out for the silent but deadly farts.
Yeah, I mean, you know the farts that I don't like at all. You know when you're taking your time going through the supermarket, and you've got a bit of this and you've got a bit of that, and then you decide to go to the freezer section, and you have a bit of a look at that, yeah, and you walk out, and then all of a sudden there's this wall of fart, because cold air just goes, whoosh, and you walk through it, and get to the other side, and then you turn around and you see recently departed mother-in-law, who was an expert of doing this, and she just go, that was a good one, yeah?
Nicole said her friend farted at a theme park and blamed this other woman because she was a bitch.
You always know when someone's farted in a crowd, when someone says, oh, geez, who dropped one? Which is usually the person who mentions it in the beginning. Deflection.
No, what?
Oh, someone's disgusting.
What Mum did, my mum did to us, we were in a cheap shop in the candle aisle.
Nice smelling candles.
Standing there was me, Seeds and Mum, and we were trying to find something, and this lady came up to help us. It was so embarrassing, but I was trying not to laugh. I said, what is that smell? I thought, geez, these candles don't smell that good around here. And the lady walked away trying to find this specific candle for us, and then Mum says, I actually farted. And I thought, oh God. Well, Dad used to fart and walk away and leave us behind him. I miss my parents.
We have a rule in this house. If someone comes out the dunny and you're about to go in, we always ask the words, is it safe?
Oh, Danny G, where she works, farts are encouraged before you can leave.
Old person's name?
Oh dear. Kiwi works with a lot of women, so he farts quietly just to see their reaction. See, that's what. But the quiet ones are the deadly ones. Oh, at a hospital. Oh dear.
Well, I think we might knock it on here, Dave.
Yes. Someone else can open a hangout and talk about farts.
Do you want to say good night to the good people?
Night, everyone. Oh, hang on.
Okay.
I gotta say, because Seeds gave this big lecture once about how people say so easily on the internet, I love you. Well, guess what? I love yous all. Love, love, love.
Yeah, I don't do that myself. I tend to give my love to the people that are nearest and dearest to me. So I don't love yous at all. I like some of you. Some of you are a little bit dubious. Some of you are a bit strange. But no, I don't love you. I may learn to love you, but it may take time and money. Just kidding. Have a great day wherever you are. Like I say, be good to people, be kind where you can. But if there's someone that you need to stand on their throat just to make their rehabilitation into society necessary, just do it. Until next time.